Adams and Lady Falcons are ready to soar high in season 79 in women's volleyball. Why? Because now they're being led by their new coach, Coach Airess Padda, and she joins us live in the studio tonight. Good evening, Coach Air.
Good evening.
Okay, I remember the first time I saw you, we were covering a basketball game, an Adamson basketball game, and then we showed you on cam, and we were like, okay, who is she? And somebody whispered to our ear, she's the new volleyball head coach. And we were like, wow, the Adamson Lady Falcons, you mean business, bringing in a coach from the United States. So what brings you to the Philippines? How did this happen?
Wow, okay, so I actually came out here 2 years ago, and about 2.5 years ago, I was giving a camp for Rising Stars. So a lot of the girls that are pro players now, and some of the girls coming up in college, like Cherry, she was in the camp, and I gave this camp, I think we were out here for about a week, and I just made some really great connections, and it was supposed to be a camp that we were gonna do every single year, but my schedule just kind of got crazy, and then this job opening came up, and I got this crazy call like, hey, would you be interested in coaching in Manila? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And so I actually, I had to think about it, but once I got out here, I knew this was like a dream of mine, to be able to coach on this type of platform and challenge myself as a coach and travel. So I'm really, really excited that they chose me to be here.
So you just said that, you know, something about the Adamson setup or the team or the players, when you arrived, you knew it was the right fit.
Yes, I did. I don't want to say I saw it as like a Cinderella story. I just saw a group of girls and a team that kind of has been in the rut for the last, I think, 3 years. And when I walked into the gym, I didn't see that there wasn't talent there, because they're talented. I just saw that they needed to believe in themselves again. They needed to create a culture where we could win and they could believe that we can win. They needed a leader, someone to kind of like put the fire back into them and inspire them. So I think, I mean, I believed that I could do that for them, and it just kind of made me, it drew me to the job, and I really, really wanted it in the end.
Your players, what have they discovered about you so far?
That I'm really, really nice,
Really?
and they can do whatever they want.
Your assistant coaches are laughing in the background. I'm not sure if that's true.
Oh, I think, you know, they've learned that I believe in hard work. I believe that nothing is given to you. I believe that talent could only get you so far. And that's kind of like my role model for the team. I'm very consistent on being tough on them and expecting 110% when they come into the gym, and leaving whatever is going on in your life and with school or whatever, try to leave it at the door, because we only get, you know, 3 or 4 hours a day, and every day we come in here is preparing us for UAAP. And I'm very, you know, I hold a tight leash. I'm still fun though. I'm fun, and I try to balance out being a tough coach, but also, you know, showing them that you care. Because the only way that you're going to be able to get people to follow you and believe you and become a great leader is you have to get people to do what you ultimately want them to do, but it's a choice that they have to make. They have to want to be good. They have to want to work hard. So I think that's what they would say. Oh, and that I have great hair. Everyone loves my hair at Asst.
Yeah, I think I think everyone agrees. You have fantastic hair. Now,
Thanks.
I wanted to share to people what you just told me. You did not go home for the holidays.
I
Now,
didn't.
You do not have family here in Manila.
No.
And yet you did not go home for the holidays. Why?
Well, you know, approaching UAAP season, it's just too risky to put a stop to all the hard work we've been doing over the last 6 months. We can't afford, we can't afford to give them 2 to 3 weeks off. We're on track right now. We're kind of like eye of the tiger. The girls are focused. The practices are way more intense now. And if you want to be a champion, and if you want to build the type of culture we're trying to build, you just got to be dedicated and you need to sacrifice. And I think the team sees that I had to make a huge sacrifice because it is the holidays and I am homesick, but I've found family within the team, and I've made some really great friends out here that have made me feel really welcome. So,
Okay, final question. When I ask around, I ask all the experts, all the writers, people who cover volleyball, who are the Final Four teams, they do not mention Adamson. Does that bother you? Does that disturb you? Does that make you upset?
no, it doesn't make me upset. I know they're going off of the past. You know, they're going off of statistics. They're going off of numbers. So it doesn't shock me that we're not mentioned. I don't get upset and mad. It actually motivates us. It motivates the coaches every day that, you know, pretty soon we are going to be in that lineup. We are going to be mentioned. But, you know, we're the underdog this year. And I don't think for how we've been training and how we've been approaching this season, we really don't even know what to expect, but we know it's going to be good. And the goal with our team is to constantly improve on a daily basis, because if we try to put caps on like what we're capable of doing this year, if I sat here and said, oh no, we're not going to be in the Final Four, and no, you know, next year is going to be a good year, then what kind of coach would I be if I wasn't believing that my team could do anything? So,
well, we're happy to have you here. And
I'm happy to be here.
You will certainly make the UAP volleyball season more exciting with you and your team competing.
And my coaches.
Of course. Well, we'll talk to your coaches in a bit, actually. Yeah, we'll talk to your coaches in a bit. So thank you, Coach Air, for joining us, and good luck in the season
Thank you so
ahead.
much.
Speaking of her assistant coaches, Michele Gumbabao and Angelita Baquero will join us live when we return. This is Sports Desk on CNN Philippines. Joining us tonight are AdU Lady Falcons assistant coaches Michele Gumbabao and Angelita Baquero. They happen to be UAAP legends as well. Good evening, ladies, and
good evening.
Welcome to Sports Day. Michele, welcome back. Welcome back. So, and I agree with your coach, Coach Air. You guys look fantastic in blue. I agree 1,000%. Now, AdU now has a superstar-studded coaching staff. Does that make your job easier?
No.
No? Why not?
Of course, it's invited pressure for us as well. But, I mean, we're used to it, and I think we're going to respond well to it. Coach Cherry isn't going to be here with us, but I think everybody is just working together, and we just want to bring a new culture, like what Coach Air said a while ago.
Your players, I would imagine, lahat sila, idol ko kayo, kaya ako nag-volleyball dahil sa inyo. Does that make coaching them so much easier because, you know, they have so much respect for you?
Well, actually, I mentioned to you a while ago, there was this player who approached me and she was like, Coach, I had a picture with you last time, blah, blah, blah. And actually, there are pros and cons, you know, pros and, yeah, they've seen us play. And when we talk to them, they know what we're talking about. We know how to do it. And at the other side, since we're very young, you know,
Hindi na kami naabutan
yeah,
sa
yeah, actually,
Look,
some of
we will
them...
not mention anong season kayo naglaro,
I
okay?
said we're very young.
Yes,
You know, some of them are like, they still don't find that barrier, you know, between coach and a friend and an idol. So, yeah,
That's a good thing.
And that's actually a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your coach, who's taking the video right now and pretend she's not listening. Coach Air, what have you learned from her so far? I would imagine she's bringing in a lot of new things to Philippine volleyball, Michele.
So much. I learned so much that it was the perfect timing because I had my season as well. So everything that I learned from her, I applied to myself and to my teammates. So I learned so much as a player and as a coach because even though we've proven ourselves in the playing field of volleyball, we're all new to coaching. And having her as our head coach, she's a veteran in coaching already. She knows so much. And I'm just so privileged to be part of the coaching staff of AdU now. If there's one thing I learned from Coach Air, it's really discipline and consistency.
So if for Michelle, she has learned discipline and consistency. Not that she did not have it before. I'm sure she had it before.
Of course.
But like, name one particular thing that you learned from Coach Air that made you say, oh, wait, wow, I did not know that before. I'm glad I know that now.
Well, actually, the thing that I learned about Coach Air, well, I actually admire Coach Air's work ethic, you know. When she means business, it's business. No lollygagging inside. Aside from that, how to take pressure. You know, instead of letting that pressure eat you, you should take it as a challenge. So yeah, actually, and that's one of our, what do you call this? Like our
Quotes.
Our quotes every day. You know, there's a lot of pressure in our team like right now, and you just gotta put it in your head. You gotta take it as a challenge. Everything.
Why is there a lot of pressure on Adamson if Adamson is not exactly the top of mind team when it comes to title contenders? Why are you guys feeling pressure, Michelle?
We're an all-women coaching staff. We're all new, and we have a wide age range, so that means some of us are more experienced than the others. And of course, the basketball really showed a good run.
Oh, you mean your Adamson basketball team because they made the Final Four?
Yes, and also the cheering cheer dance competition.
Yes.
So now the spotlight
Feeling nyo dapat kayo din should live up to that level.
Yes. They level
Has
up.
anyone said from like administration, oh, girls, dapat yung volleyball team natin, kayo din, Final Four
I
din.
cannot count in my fingers.
Sobrang dami ba?
Like every person you should be like, okay, it's like we have this in our forehead.
Wait, so
like,
students, faculty,
Alumni.
fans, lahat.
nice,
Wow.
yeah, and even some players.
But so how do you make sure your players do not get overwhelmed by the expectations?
We just practice every day.
Just work.
Yeah, we just practice every day. And I think with the way Coach Air practices and trains everybody, they'll forget about the pressure during practice because they're so busy trying to get better, trying to finish the task. And we'll worry about the pressure once UAAP starts because right now, what Coach Air is teaching the girls is pressure is a privilege. So we have to invite pressure and want to be pressured because only the good players are pressured to win and to perform. So if we're pressured, that means we're good.
Coach Air, you have excellent assistant coaches. This team is in absolutely good hands. Coach Michele, Coach Angge, good luck in the season. We're excited to watch the Lady Falcons this year.
Thank you.
And catch us later at 10 for more sports stories. I'm Nico Halili. Thank you for watching.